Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Back to throw, it's Moran. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Houston's offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete on the comeback. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He's got it on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Cyclones with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Moran. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Turning it on! He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The play action fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Moran. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start this drive going to the air. He spins that thing down the middle. Picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
From the gun, running back on the move. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Moran. Rushes on him. Caught near the sideline, it's Peppers. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, what a big catch on 3rd down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second...
There he goes. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The RPO, it's complete. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Houston.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Here we go, set. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
A nice job by the D defending the RPO. They didn't bite on the play fake too hard. Everybody was able to stay back, and they ultimately forced the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Might as well give it to him again. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 for the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and management so much easier on the offense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. He'll do it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give out of the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quickly complete. He's got it up. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires into the end zone. Got his man downfield.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Houston! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Houston, 21. Iowa State, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. On the run, it's Peppers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Got the quick pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Going to the running game. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Gives it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking for a man. It's Moran. Got it in the middle. It's Jenkins. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! The extra point here would tie the game. Dude, you talk about things you can't coach. Standing in and delivering the ball when you are taking it right in the mustache.
It's a great point, Reese, because you can't simulate that in practice. You don't let your quarterbacks get lit up in practice like that. I mean, that was almost a misdemeanor what that kid just went through, but boy, oh boy, showing you his experience, just showing you his toughness. You don't see that very often at the quarterback position.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They
breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Thurman. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Runs through the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Quick release by the QB, and he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Touchdown, Cougars! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
Pressure coming. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch down the right side. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Moran. Throws toward the end zone. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He knocked it away, incomplete, and saved the game as this one is over. So after stumbling around a bit early,